What up, folks? It's your pal, Coach Vino, and this is the Glass Half Full podcast where we turn setbacks into comebacks. Let's go.
Yo, everybody goes through setbacks, but don't let these setbacks make you take a step back. Step back from the situation, put your brush down, envision the picture you're painting, because everybody goes through setbacks.
All right. Welcome back to the podcast. I am Coach Vino, the people's bartender, and your certified coach from the Boogie Down Bronx. So I hope everybody's well since the last time we hung out. I got a fun one today. I recently came across a Japanese concept called Wabi-Sabi. And the concept is basically that it's about finding beauty in imperfection. And let me tell you something. When I first heard that, I thought to myself, man, I've got to share this on the podcast because we really do need a little more of that in this world, right? You see, we live in a world that's obsessed with perfection. I think it's safe to say, right? Perfect bodies, perfect houses, and, it all comes from these perfect Instagram posts, right? With these beautiful filters and these perfect life moments. Everything's filtered, everything's staged, it's polished up, so much that you can't tell what's real anymore. Forget about AI. That's going to take it to a whole nother level. Anyway, somewhere along the way, we started thinking that anything less than perfect just isn't worth showing or isn't worth having. But this concept of wabi-sabi, it flips that idea on its head. It says that the cracks, the flaws, the wear and tear, that's where the beauty lives. That chipped coffee mug that you've had for years, that's the one that's been through countless mornings with you, right? That's wabi-sabi. The wrinkles on your face that tell your story, that's wabi-sabi. The project that didn't turn out exactly how you planned, but still taught you something valuable, that's wabi-sabi. I think the reason this idea hits so hard, at least to me, is because we've been trained to hide anything that's just not just right? We throw out the vase with the crack on it instead of fixing it, right? We delete the photo if our hair's a little bit out of place. We judge ourselves for not being some imaginary standard all the time. And in doing that, we're missing out on the richness that comes from being real, being authentic. In Japan, there's an art form, right? And it's called kintsugi. When pottery breaks, they repair it with gold, right? It's beautiful. They don't try to hide the cracks. They actually highlight them. They turn the damage into part of the design. Can you imagine? Imagine if we lived like that. If instead of hiding our scars, we wore them like gold. Look, now I'm not saying you should stop striving for growth or improvement. Growth is good. Growth is great. But chasing perfect is a losing game because perfect doesn't exist. And even if it did, I got to be honest with you, it'd be kind of boring because it's the imperfections that make each and every one of us interesting, relatable. It makes us human. Think about your relationships, right? Nobody loves you because you're perfect. They love you because of who you are in your messy and authentic moments. They love the little quirks, the unique ways you do things, the history that you've lived through together with this person. Think about your goals. If everything went smooth and easy, if there were no setbacks or mistakes, the victory probably wouldn't feel as good. Nah, it's the failures, the detours. Oh man, I screwed up. These are the moments that make every win taste so much sweeter. That's wabi-sabi in action. Finding beauty in the fact that the road is not straight. I think we'd all be a lot happier if we stopped chasing flawless and started embracing flawed but full of life, full of magic. That's where the connection is. So here's my challenge to you, all right? Coach Vino got a little challenge for you. This week, instead of trying to cover up or fix every little thing, pause. Okay, pause for a second and just see the beauty in it. Okay, the paint chip on the wall from when you moved in, right? Remember when you moved in that big sofa, you cracked? That's a memory. The dent in your car door that you got maybe while you were on vacation somewhere, that's a story. The mistakes you made trying something new, that's a story. That's a story of growth. Listen, life is short, boys. Listen, life is short. Don't waste it waiting for perfection. Appreciate it as it is, because that's where the soul lives. That's Wabi-Sabi. Well, that's all I got for you, folks. If you enjoyed today's podcast, I'd appreciate if you left a review so you can help Coach Vino feed the hungry algorithm. If you or someone you know might want to work with Coach Vino, you can visit my website, coachvinollc.com. You can also follow the podcast on social media where I share my thoughts in bite sizes, and it gives me an opportunity to directly interact with you all, which I absolutely love. So anyway, I'm anywhere at Coach Vino Podcast. And remember, folks, if nobody else tells you, Coach Vino appreciates you. Cheers.
I find it hard to reveal these thoughts and express what I'm feeling in a hip-hop form. But I was born to succeed, so as long as I breathe, ain't nobody on this earth gonna crush my dreams. Yo, this might be the end of the verse, but this is just the start of a new beginning. Word.